Hi, I am Netra. I am going to explain about the topic biofertilizers. First, introduction. Biofertilizers are the natural fertilizers which are living microbial inoculants of bacteria, algae, fungi alone or in combination, and they augment the availability of nutrients to the plants. Next, classification of biofertilizers. The first one is rhizobium. It is the soil habitat bacterium which colonizes the legume roots and it fixes the atmospheric nitrogen symbiotically. And it is the most efficient biofertilizers used for the nitrogen fixation. Next, azotobacter. Of the several species of Azotobacter crococcum, it happens to be dominant inhabitant in arable soils capable of fixing the nitrogen in a culture media. The number of Azotobacter crococcum in India soils rarely it exceeds 105 gram of soils due to the lack of organic matter. Next, Azospirillum. Azospirillum lipoferum and Azospirillum brasilensis are the primary inhabitants of soil. They develop the associative symbiotic relationship with the gramineous plants. Next, cyanobacteria. It acts as a both free living as well as a symbiotic cyanobacteria. It have been harnessed in a rice cultivation in India. The benefits due to alkalization could be to the extent of 20 to 30 kg of nitrogen per hectare under the ideal conditions. Next, azula. It is a free floating water fern that floats in the water and it fixes the atmospheric nitrogen in associated with the nitrogen fixing blue green algae, anabina and azolla. Next, phosphate solubilizing microorganisms. Several soil bacteria and fungi, it notably species of Pseudomonas, Bacillus, Penicillium, Aspergillus, etc. It increases the yield of the wheat and potato were demonstrated due to the inoculation of peat. Next, AM fungi. The transfer of nutrients, mainly phosphorus and also zinc and sulfur from the soil. Next, silicate solubilizing bacteria. Microorganisms are capable of degrading the silicates and aluminum silicates. During the metabolism of microbes, several organic acids are produced, and these have been due to the role in a silicate weathering. Next, plant growing promoting rhizobacteria. The group of bacteria that colonizes the roots or rhizosphere soil and beneficials to the crops are referred to as the plant growing promoting rhizobacteria. And next, the types of biofertilizers. There are 7 types of biofertilizers: rhizobium, azotobacter, azospirillum, phosphate solubilizing microorganism, azolla, cyanobacteria, and BAM fungi. The types of biofertilizers. First one is nitrogen fixing biofertilizers. In these 3 types, free living, symbiotic, and associative symbiotic azospirillum. And some examples of these 3 biofertilizers. Next one is phosphate solubilizing biofertilizers. In that 2 types, bacteria and fungi. In bacteria, Bacillus megaterium and Bacillus subtilis are the examples. In fungi, Penicillium species and Aspergillus avemar. Next, mobilizing biofertilizers. In that, arbuscular mycorrhiza, ectomycorrhiza, ericoid mycorrhiza, and orchid mycorrhiza. And the next topic is methods of applications of biofertilizers. In these 3 methods, seed treatment, seedling root dip, and soil treatment. Seed treatment, it is a 200 gram of biofertilizers is suspended in 300 to 400 milliliter of water and it is mixed gently with a 10 kg of seeds using an gum acacia or jaggery solution, etc. Next one is seedling root dip. This method is used for the transplanted crops. And this rice crop, The bed is made in the field and it is filled with the water, and the recommended biofertilizers are mixed in this water, and the roots of seedlings are dipped for 8 to 10 hours and transplanted. And the next method is soil treatment. 4 kg each of the recommended biofertilizers is mixed in a 200 kg of compost and keep overnight. This mixture is incorporated in the soil at the time of sowing. Next, biofertilizers. Applications of biofertilizers. It can be used for the supply mixture of nutrients and maintenance of symbiotic relationships and maintain the microbial consortia in soil and enhanced crop productions, and it suppresses the soil-borne pathogenic diseases in the crops, and it improves the soil health also. Next, constraints of biofertilizer technology means limitations. Technological constraints like unavailability of the good quality carrier materials and the lack of qualified technical personnel in the production units. Infrastructural constraints like the lack of essential equipments, power supply, etc. Financial constraints like a non-availability of the sufficient funds and the problems in getting the bank loans. Environmental constraints like seasonal demands for the biofertilizers, simultaneous cropping operations, and the short span of sowing or planting in a particular locality. Marketing constraints like a non-availability of the right inoculant at the right place at the right time, lack of retail outlets or the market network for the producers. The different constraints in one way or the other affect the technique of production or the market or usage. Thank you.